What's up, guys? Captain Coin Collector here, and this is episode 4, box number 5 of the Nickel Hunt and Fill series. Alright guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Andrew Perlak, Captain Coin Collector, and I post videos about coin collecting and currency collecting, including coin roll hunts and currency hunts. So if you want to watch more coin roll hunting and collecting videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It'll really help me grow the channel. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment at the end of the video. And for now, let's get into it. Now, this box that I'm going through today is from Richmond, Virginia, and I got it while I was on a road trip from New York to Fort Lauderdale. I had a few stops along the way, and I did a few coin roll hunts in places like Virginia, as well as Georgia and Florida, since I am here. But anyway, this box is from Richmond, Virginia, and we're gonna see if we can find anything. Now, the objective of the Hunt and Fill series is to fill these albums. There's 3 volumes. I have already filled the second volume, which is 1962 to 1995. The third volume, all we're doing is missing the 2022 Denver. And this first album, we have about 25 slots to fill until we are completely done with the collection. And we have found every modern Jefferson nickel. So I'm excited to go through this box of coins to see if we can fill more slots to the album, as well as look for proofs, silver, buffaloes, foreigns, and more. So let's open up the box to see what we got. All right, guys, time to open up this box from Richmond, Virginia, Wells Fargo, and I got it September 29th, 2022. So let's open this bad boy up. Let's see what we got. And they're circulated, so that's all for the better. All right, guys, I'll let you know when I find something. Roll number 6, and we have our first find in this Richmond box, and it's going to be a 1946 from the Philadelphia Mint. Slow start. Hopefully we can recover. And just a couple coins later, we also have our first foreign. It's going to be a Canadian, and it's going to be a Canadian from the year 1985. All right, guys, roll number 7, and we're starting to turn the luck. We have a 1941, and it's from the Denver Mint. Roll number 9, we're going to get our first uncirculated coin. It's going to be a 1965, and I believe it's going to be a good upgrade to the album. Roll number 11, and we're going to get another 1940s nickel, a 1941 Philadelphia. Roll number 13, and we're going to get oldie number 4, first 1950s, a 57 Denver. Roll number 14 is going to give us yet another oldie, number 5 of the bunch, 1958, and it's a Denver. Roll 17 is going to give us the oldest nickel of the hunt so far. It's a Philadelphia, 1940. Roll number 20, and we have our first S-mint mark of the bunch, a 1970 San Francisco. Well, it looks like we got number 7 right here, 1955. Let's see if it has a mint mark on it. It does. It's a Denver this time. 1955 Denver. All right, guys, we got the last year I consider an oldie, a 1959 from Denver. And just a few coins later, guys, we got it. A 2022 Denver. This is the last coin we needed to fill volume 3. And now we can focus on upgrades, but we at least have one fill in the book, being that 2022 Denver. And the next roll, we got ourselves another oldie, number 9, the 1957, this time of Philadelphia. All right, guys, we got oldie number 10 now. It's a 1958, and it's a Denver. Starting to make a dent in the box, and we got another oldie, this time a 1940 Philadelphia. Only a couple coins later, guys, and we have a Philadelphia from 1957. On roll number 26, and we have a 1947. Now, if it has a San Francisco mint mark, then it's a book filler. But if it has a Denver or no mint mark, then we already have it, and it's a Philly. We already have it, but could be an upgrade. And that wasn't long. Two 1947s in the same roll. Again, we're looking for the S Mint mark, and we get another Philly. Roll number 31, and we're gonna get another Canadian, it looks like. And if we flip it over, it's a newer one, 1995. Roll number 33, and we have a Denver Mint mark on the reverse. And on the obverse, it's a 1954, number 15 of this hunt. Roll number 34, we're going to have another oldie, in 1941 this time. And it's from the Philly Mint. Roll number 36, and we have another 40s, a new one this time, 1949, Philadelphia. And in the same roll, we got the last year, the oldies, another 1959 from Denver. The next roll, roll number 37, we have another 1955, and it's a Denver. Not only that, guys, but we also have a 1954 Denver as well. All right, guys, I just cracked open a roll number 38, and holy moly, guys, we got ourselves another Buffalo, and you can just barely see the date. It's a 1927. Any mint mark? None that I could see. I'll put the reverse up on the scope first, but you can see that it is pretty beat up. Can't see any mint mark, but you can just barely read out the date. You can see a 2 and a 7, meaning we got a 1927 Buffalo from Virginia. This is the second Buffalo in this Hunt and Fill series that we found. So it's incredible that we found not only one, but two. And both of them, you can read the dates. So holy moly, guys. I was not expecting this, but I love it. Holy moly, this is going right in that blank album. But again, guys, comment down below if you want me to get a Buffalo Nickel album so I can hunt and fill the Buffalo Nickels as well. Doesn't make a difference for me. I can do that also with the Canadian nickels, since we do find a few Canadian nickels, but I'm still in shock because I was not expecting to find a Buffalo nickel, especially from foreign territory such as Richmond, Virginia. But I'm stoked, and I'm gonna finish the rest of the hunt with my head held high. Hopefully we can find something else, but it's gonna be pretty hard to top that 1927 Buffalo. The next roll, guys, cracked it open, and we got a yellowish color on the nickel. And I'm gonna try to get this one nickel out of here. I got it. Let's see what that date is. It's 1947, another one from the Philadelphia Mint. All right, guys, I was literally just banging on the table with so much excitement because look at this nickel that I just found. You can see the silvery tone of it, as well as a San Francisco mint mark above the Monticello, meaning we got a silver war nickel just a couple rolls later after the Buffalo. Wow, a silver and a Buffalo. This couldn't be a better box. And I'm not sure if we have the 1942S or not. Let's take a quick peek, and we don't have it, so at least we're gonna make a fill in that volume 1 for sure. Holy moly, guys, this is turning out to be one great hunt. Cracked open roll number 41, and we have another Denver reverse with a 1954 obverse. All right, guys, I see oldie number 22. It's gonna be a 1952 with no mint mark on the back, so it's a Philadelphia. Roll number 43 is going to give us another S mint mark, another 1970 San Francisco. The next roll, guys, looks like we have another oldie, and it is 1957. Oh, look at that. Right next door to it, 1952, and it's a San Francisco. Look at that. A little beat up around the edge, but shows the S mint mark. Roll number 45, and I put it underneath the microscope right away because I wanted to make sure about the mint mark, but as you can see, it has the Denver mint mark, and it's from the year 1952. All right, guys, oldie number 26, Denver, 1955. Same roll, guys, and we have another 1970, San Francisco. This is the third 1970 S that we found in this box. All right, guys, this is the last roll of this epic hunt. Let's see if there's anything in it. And it looks like we're gonna have 27. It's gonna be a Philadelphia and another 1947. I believe this is number 4 for this box, 1947s alone, but doesn't look like there's anything else in this roll. All right, guys, the box is empty. And we managed to get a lot of stuff, to be honest with you guys. 27 oldies, a silver, a buffalo, foreign S's, the 2022 D that we've been missing for so long. It's been a wonderful hunt, as well as we got what looks to be a record 1998, nearly a record 2005s, and hopefully a lot of upgrades to the album. But holy moly, I'm just gonna go wash my hands and then I'm gonna review exactly what I found in this episode. Then we'll go to the books as always and see how much of the books we managed to fill as well as upgrade. Alright, guys, the hunt is complete and we've sorted everything out. Now, we do have a record number of 1998s from this box, and we have 41 in total. Now, 1998 is a year that I collect, so we got a full roll of them in a box, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have the 2005s, and the 2005s, we found 36 of them. And lastly, we have the upgrades, the potential upgrades for the albums. Moving on, in the rolls, we found one uncirculated. It's a 1965, 2 Canadians, and 3 S mint marks. Moving on to the oldies, we found 28 in this box. The record right now is 29, but for a foreign box, and by foreign I mean different state, we did pretty well in what we found. Starting in the 40s, we found 2 1940 Philadelphias, 2 1941 Philadelphias, and a 41 Denver. We found a 1946 Philly, 4 1947 Phillies, and a 1949. Moving on to the 50s, we found a 52 Philly, Denver, and San Francisco. We found 3 54 Denvers, as well as 3 55 Denvers. Then we found 3 1957 Phillies and a Denver, a 1958 Philly and Denver, and last but not least, 2 1959 Denvers. So, 28 oldies, and I'm not complaining. We also found 1 silver war nickel, a 1942 S. And the thing is, if I put it underneath the scope, you can actually see that we still have some steps on the Monticello, and I can zoom that in a little bit. But it's pretty cool to see. It's not in the best condition, but it's definitely in better condition than most of the other nickels I've been finding. So it's pretty cool to see some steps, not the full steps, but still some steps on this 1942 S silver war nickel. And that's not the best find, unfortunately, but we also found a 1927 Philadelphia buffalo nickel. So I'll put that under the scope so you can better see the date again. But we can just make out that it's a 1927. You can't really see the 1 or 9, but the 27 you can see. And that's how I know it's a 1927 Philadelphia. All right, guys, so here we go. Second buffalo nickel found in circulation. And we added it to the book right there. Next to our 1920, we got a 1927 buffalo now. Meaning that this album, we have a whole lot more buffaloes and other errors and anything that really catches our eyes. This is what we put in this book, but we still have 64 slots to fill, and we have a lot more boxes to hunt. Even though we did make a pretty good dent in today's Hunt and Fill episode. Now, volume 1, we did pretty well. We managed to fill 3 slots. In this book, we found the 1942S Silver War nickel. We found the 1949 Philadelphia nickel, as well as filled the 1952S nickel. We did a few upgrades. We did the upgrades to the 1957 right over here. We did an upgrade to the 55 Denver, as well as the 1961 Denver. So altogether we did 3 upgrades and 3 fills for this album. Now the next volume, volume 2, happened to be full already, but we did manage to get 4 upgrades. We did the upgrade to the 1963 Philly, the 1965 Philly, that uncirculated one that we did find, as well as the 1967 Philly right over here. And the 1977 Philadelphia, we put an upgrade as well. Altogether, this book's looking pretty shiny. Of course, there's still some coins like the 62 Denver, for example, that we have to upgrade, but overall, pretty happy about how this nickel book is turning out. Last but not least, volume 3, our last volume. We did all right with this one, actually. We got 2 upgrades and 1 fill. We were missing that 2022 Denver, and we couldn't find it in New York or Georgia, but this Virginia box proved to be lucky to us because we managed to fill it in the 4th episode. So it took us 5 boxes in total to fill the volume 2 and volume 3 books, and we're doing pretty well. We only have 22 coins left to find to complete the collection. Of course, it's going to take a little bit more than the 5 boxes we already hunted already, but we did pretty good in that we had 4 finds and 9 upgrades in this episode, meaning that we have a total of 166 out of the 188 nickels, which is 88.3% done with the collection. Now, I can't wait to see what else we can find in these nickel boxes. It's been a fun journey so far, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. We still have plenty of nickels to go through. So with that, I'm Captain Coin Collector, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and if you want to catch up on more Hunt and Fill series, go ahead and check out my channel. I'm actively searching rolls to hunt and fill pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars. So go ahead and check out my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Happy hunting.